Hello and welcome back to the brosBTalking podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Drift BJS.
And I'm your other host, Toby, or formerly sort of known as Barbaric Barrett, but we can maybe get into that later.
Some know you as the second most sexy host of the brosBTalking podcast.
Some know me as the third.
It's true. They're thinking of a different
Those people
podcast.
are mean.
They're thinking of a different but very similar podcast.
No comment.
No comment.
How you been, bro?
I've been good, yeah. I've had a reasonably busy Tuesday. How have you been?
Yeah, no, I've been good. I've had quite a busy Tuesday. What have you been up to first?
So I was just at work. I went to the gym this morning, had a decent workout, finished my 150 burpees that I had to do. And but the biggest news of the day is that mine and Becky's offer for our house has been accepted.
No way! That's amazing. Congratulations, bro.
Thanks, yeah. And to be honest, there's a bit of a story that goes with it because the initial offer, so the house was put on the market for 230. Well, it wasn't put on the market yet, but they wanted 230 for it. We went in with 220, and we were expecting them to go to 225, but they didn't. They refused, and they were keeping it at like 28,
Okay.
29. So poor Becky was doing all this. I wasn't involved in the negotiations, but I'm going to Dublin Thursday. So she said to them that he's going to Dublin this week, and he'll be he's not happy about the price. Our limit was 225, and we'll have to get back to them next week. So she used me as like the bad cop, and she was the good cop, being like, "Oh, but my boyfriend, he's not happy with the price." And
Bobby got his calculator out again.
Yeah, no, exactly. And they settled for 225, which is what we wanted. So
that's fucking awesome. But it does just show that you don't fucking you don't take the first offer. But what's really funny is they probably thought at the very beginning we'll take 225, and you guys said the same, but you obviously gotta do the little dance.
No, exactly. Yeah, I reckon it was the estate agents just like trying to push for as much as they could, because I reckon they didn't even tell our landlady, because we're renting the house at the moment, like what our offer was. I bet they were just like, let's see how much we can get these newbies, these new first time buyers to pay. But yeah, so yeah.
100%. If they can find a way to take advantage of it, they're going to. And like, even it might seem like mean, it's also just business, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then, is it just business because it's people's homes?
Exactly. Yeah, we won't get into that. You told me not to be political, so
yeah. But yeah, all right.
But yeah, so I'm going to Dublin on Thursday.
What are you doing in Dublin?
I'm visiting a construction site, and I'm attending a meeting at said construction site.
Are you like running the meeting?
Yeah, I usually run the meeting, but as my line manager's with me, he'll probably be running it, but I run it every week.
So how many people do you run it for in front of?
Like, I mean, the most that have been in there are like 10, but usually it's like 2 or 3 people.
I've got, we do like our weekly challenges, sort of like for the pods.
Yeah.
I've sort of thought of a one I could do almost like a year one for you.
Okay.
At some point, when you're talking, you've got to somehow bring up me and how like and relate it back to something I've done that you make them follow me. But look, well, my mate Toby he'd done this and this in this situation, so he would have sorted that out.
I can try. If it's a year-long one, I'm sure I could find a place to do it.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm giving you time for the right chance to come across, but and I'll be quite lenient with you sort of mention me. I know you're on about like strong structures, sort of be there like, look, I want a strong structure like mine and Toby's friendship. And then just sort of like brush it off, just sort of like as they should know.
Yeah, that'd be really funny actually. If I just brought you up in the meeting.
I feel like you should. I feel like people should start just like hearing about this, Toby.
Yeah, I'll be like, look, guys, we got to approach this like Toby does. Okay, one thing at a time.
The thing is, though, is that our mate, he goes around to different construction sites as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Goldie.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So yeah, we get him doing it as well. You know,
Yeah.
I get what I'll do is I'll get my family in Australia to start doing it. All of a sudden, I'm worldwide.
The construction industry were like, who is this Toby guy? They keep going on about him.
And the funny thing is, I know absolutely zero about construction.
So do I, really, compared to some of these guys.
No, but like I know, like zero.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, at least you know sort of like the business side or the economic side or the environment side. Like I'm just now like, you want me to pick up that rock? Yes.
Yeah, because you have been a labourer, haven't you? Weren't you ripped
Yeah,
off?
no, I have done sort of like labouring stuff. Because I've done quite a lot of different jobs, haven't I? Bits and bobs here
That
and
might
there.
come up. That might come up later.
Okay.
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so I'm going to Dublin. I'm not going to be able to go to the Guinness factory or anything. It's literally flying out in the morning, flying back in the evening. So nothing too exciting.
Is it all expenses?
Yeah, yeah. So you better believe I'm going to get a McDonald's in the airport.
Oh yeah, a big one as well.
Oh yeah, to the point where our accountant lady will be like, come over to my desk and slam the receipt in front of me and be like, what the hell? You ordered 6 meals.
Well, look, you're a hungry man.
Exactly. But why did I order like all Oasises? I just didn't even order different drinks. I just had like 2 liters of Oasis. Glorious.
Oh, no, Oasis makes me feel dizzy.
Yeah, I've always noticed it's quite bad from fast food. I don't know if I've just had bad luck and it's always been really watery whenever I've had it recently.
No, I
twice.
just think personally for me, just in general, just Oasis just isn't the one.
Look, we've had input from the chat. What is your usual McDonald's order, Toby?
Oh, see, I'm boring. I will go for a Big Mac, take the pickle out, put extra bits of bacon in, and then a chocolate milkshake, and then maybe some chicken nuggets.
It's fair enough.
What about you, Bob? Oh, saying that though, I did see, I don't know if anyone else saw, that they're bringing mozzarella sticks back to McDonald's, and I did think, I haven't been to Mackey's in a long time, so I think that could be a little reward trip for me next time I walk past a Mackey's.
next time you see a Mackey's.
Of that like reward time.
my Mackey's would be maybe like the limited edition burger. I'm a bit of a sucker for that, even though it's overpriced. I have like 2 different Mackey's, and so it's usually like a funky meal and then a wrap is like my ideal Mackey's wrap of the day, and like the limited edition Big Tasty or whatever it is. But if I was, when I was in school and I was like rowing and we'd stop off at Mackey's when we were going to different regattas and heads and things, I'd order just like 5 cheeseburgers. Just cheeseburgers. Not doubles, just like as many cheeseburgers as I could have. Milkshakes are pretty good, but I rarely get the milkshakes. To be honest, the milkshakes make me feel a bit ill. They're almost too thick and sugary.
What is the most overrated Mackey's? I know people are going to say Big Mac.
Big Mac is definitely a big contender, but I think any of the double patties or triple patties, you know, like the triple cheeseburger, I don't like that much meat. McDonald's meat isn't meant to be eaten just slapped on top of each other like that. A double cheeseburger or a triple cheeseburger, overrated, I say.
Yeah, even like I love a Big Mac. I'll say it's my favorite, but a double Big Mac, they don't do double the amount of sauce.
No, in the McDonald's stuff is like highly tuned. Like they haven't just like slapped it together and served it. It's been like researched, focused, focus groups. They've had people in, food scientists have like calculated the salt and sugar ratios. So when you just add an extra burger on there, it doesn't improve it as much.
Well, no, exactly, and like I do think that like not to keep going back to the sauce, but the sauce is the main part of the Big Mac. Let's be honest.
It is.
And I feel that they put the same just one sachet in.
Yeah, so they don't put any more for the double. Shocking.
I'm trying to think what else is overrated. The thing is, I don't try enough stuff to know if it's overrated or underrated.
The wraps are pretty good. I wouldn't say any of the wraps are overrated or underrated?
Oh, actually, yeah, no, I take that back. The wraps are overrated. I've had like one or two, and I never really fancied them. They're not. They're almost like Lidl.
Really? I mean, the one wrap of the day. I only ever get the wrap of the day.
See, I
£1.99.
got the sweet chili wrap, and I love sweet chili.
You are obsessed with it.
Well, yeah, sweet chili is amazing. Like, I literally had sweet chili tonight with my noodles.
I'm not even surprised because when I first visited Toby in his halls when he was at uni, he his room had like 4 empty sweet chili sauce things, and he had one on the go in his room and in the kitchen.
I'd had mint sauce.
Mint sauce, yeah, that's a rogue one for a student to have.
Hey, I love my mint sauce. I love my roast, and I love my Yorkshire puddings with my mint sauce. You know?
Do you eat much lamb?
I do. I do like lamb, but I don't like cooking lamb. It's probably the only thing I don't enjoy cooking.
Okay.
I feel that I mess it up sometimes.
It is quite hard to do a roast. We have a lot of respect for the homemakers out there that can make roasts really well.
Have you had Toby carvery? Because I feel like I'm the only person that hasn't.
Ah, I thought you were referring to your own cooking then. I thought you were going to say, like, have you had a Toby roast before? And I was going to be like, no, I've known you for so long. You've never cooked me food.
I cooked you food.
Like maybe a pizza.
Well, no, yeah, hang on.
I want a roast. I want a full roast
Oh,
next time I'm around.
No. Elliot said that you and him went into my work when I worked in the kitchen and that I cooked for you guys.
Oh, maybe. I don't remember.
Well, I'm quoting Rudyhead.
Fair enough. Rollyhead does know all. But going back to Toby Carvery, I think that's overrated, to be honest.
I see. I've never had one.
They only let you go up for one portion of meat. You don't get infinite meat.
Well,
and they cut it for you. So it's like a buffet, but you go up to the meat table and they cut the meat for you. So they cut you like a crappy slice of like just pure fat beef, and then you get infinite roast vegetables, which are lovely, but it's not, it's not as good as it could be. But then you're paying like 13 quid for that, so it's a lot, but it's also not a lot for infinite roast beef.
Yeah, but you're not getting infinite roast beef.
Yeah, true. So it is just a rip-off.
You're getting infinite peas and carrots and gravy. You can go to Lidl, get a tub of gravy, a tub of peas, and a tub of carrots, and some Yorkshire puddings for about £2-3.
Exactly. And then you could have your own Toby roast. Your own Toby carvery at home.
Yeah, exactly. The OG Toby carvery.
Yeah, they do turkey, ham, and beef. And if you had the gold card, so Dan in the chat said that Bob Mortimer has a gold card. That means that he gets a free roast anytime. That would be great. If I could get it for free, I would not complain.
Do you think if you got it for free, you'd be able to have second helpings of the meat? Or do you think they would still be like, look, mate?
I think they'd definitely be like, look, mate. They'd be like, you're getting this for free. We are literally giving you like the dregs of the meat. We're giving you the turkey bones.
No, but I'd be like, it's not coming out of your salary, is it?
That's fair enough. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what I've always been real confused about. Like, you know, you like a restaurant and like people like act real like stingy with stuff, and I'm there like, bro, like it's like, you know, you don't lose money.
I mean, that works for a lot of workers in the customer service sort of,
Yeah.
Yesterday, me and Becky went shopping. We shop at Tesco's. Last week, we bought some disc batteries, like little coin batteries for our weighing scales, and we lost them. And they were £7.50, and we didn't know where they were. And they had the little security tag on them. And then yesterday, when we were going around Tesco's, we rediscovered them in the bag. So we thought, oh fuck, it's gonna set off the alarm, and it's all gonna kick off. So I was like, let's just pay for them again. And Becky went, no, let's just try and get through security. And we got caught at security.
I would definitely be thinking how Becky was thinking in that situation. I'd be there like, let's see if we can get away with it. But of course you were there like, hang on, you got the calculator out and you were there like, something's not quite adding up there.
No, but we'd had a bad omen, okay, because the guy in the car park had approached us talking about how no one talks after COVID to him anymore while he's collecting up trolleys, and he gave us a trolley, but he gave us, and he was a nice guy, but it was quite an awkward interaction where he like just approached us from behind and started talking, gave me a trolley that didn't have the scanny thing holder in it, and it was too small, so I had to swap that trolley out in front of him. So I was looking over to see if he was looking. So after that experience, it was already awkward. I was like, Becky, I'm just not feeling like we're going to get away with this. And then we did get caught by the guys at the security, and we kind of pulled ourselves over. A lady wandered over to us, and we were like, we both started talking at once, and we were like, we bought this the other day. We left it in our bag. No one took the security tag off last time. This is a nightmare. And we got up our old receipt, and she looked at it, and she just like checked it and then did it for us. And I was like, I'm so glad that she just didn't care and did that, because there'd be so many questions. You could be like, how did you get out last time with a security tag on?
See, do you know what? I'm just glad that people with your mindset have way more ambition and do different stuff than working security there, because that would just be an absolute nightmare. Imagine somebody going through that much thing just for a pair.
No, it's not a pair. It's a battery. It's £7.50 for the
Oh,
batteries.
battery! I thought it was a pair. I don't know. I don't know where
If it was a pair,
from, but...
I wouldn't have set off the security thing.
Yeah, to be fair, I was wondering. I thought you were talking about the little sticker, the barcode on the fruit or something. I was like, I don't know about that.
That's not how the security things work. Becky thought that. It's not how they work. They put, you know, the tagged things, like the little shopping tags that if you rip off spray ink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they set off the security things. They're like electromagnetic.
But when I'm in Lidl, there's always somebody setting it off.
Yeah, it's that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why it happens.
There's got to be different systems that are in place at different times.
Yeah, you've stumped me. I don't know. Or maybe I know nothing about it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Don't cite me.
I don't know, Bob. Chatting a lot of gas these days. Ow.
So while me and Becky were like wandering over just before this man approached us and gave us a trolley, which was very nice, but it was the wrong kind of trolley. I'd like keyed onto this weird, pointless conspiracy on my Facebook. So over the last couple of days, I'd been getting loads of pictures of the same girl over and over, and I don't know who she is. And I'm like, I must have like friended her when I was like in year 7 or something. I don't know. And she kept coming up, but she never had any likes on her pictures. And it was always like the first when you open up Facebook on your phone to like look at your notifications to see if it's anyone's birthday or something. It was always the first picture that came up, and I was like, I don't know who this is. And it has no likes, no comments, and she was reasonably attractive. And I thought, if Toby's not like liking reasonably attractive blonde women, something's got to be up.
What are you throwing for shade at me?
Look, am I wrong?
Bot account and you're throwing my name into it. What's that about?
No, but
I know I want my name spread out, but not like that.
But the thing is, so I looked at her, and she'd had the account, and she had like normal posts, like it wasn't a bot account, but there were never any likes. She was friends with people that I knew in primary school, and she had the same last name as them. She had the same last name as them, and she was friends with the 2 brothers that I knew in primary school. So I was like, is she related to them? And then I looked, and she has no likes on any of her things except for comments on the odd picture telling her to go die.
What?
Yeah. So there's like one comment on like her profile picture being like, "You're a waste of oxygen." No likes. And then some of her older pictures are like more normal. So I don't know if her account got like hacked or something. I don't know. But then why was Facebook showing it to me if no one's liking the photos? And like,
I feel like this is a conversation off the pod where I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, like it was weird. But anyway, that was a weird conspiracy.
That sounds really odd.
Yeah, I've unfriended her now, but
what? Wait, hang on. The poor girl, you now unfriended her.
Yeah, but we can ask Morgan. Morgan was friends with her too. We had mutuals, but Morgan knew these 2 guys from primary school.
Well?
Yeah, Morgan's friends with her too, but everyone that was friends with her knew these 2 brothers. One of them's their stepbrother that still went to Monmouth Comp, like you know him, I think. And then Morgan and me and this guy, who has the same last name as her, were friends in primary school. And so it was all people I knew that went to the same primary school as me that were friends with her. So I thought, maybe she is real. I don't know. Weird. I just got out of there. Too weird for me. Maybe she was a bot.
Spooky, right? I don't even have any words. Like, fair.
Just a random comment from the same girl telling her to go kill herself on all her pictures.
What, she commented that on her own pictures?
No, a different girl that had another realistic account where she hadn't posted anything since 2016 except for updated her profile picture.
You boot me out. You've gone down a rabbit hole.
I know, and I just backed out of it. That's why I unfriended her. It's too deep for me.
I'm in too deep. That's a good song.
It is a banging song.
Right. How are you doing with your challenges?
I did the 150 burpees.
How did you do that? How did you space it out?
I did 2 sets of 30. Then I did 60, which was Sunday morning. I basically did that in sets of 20, but I did 60 in sort of one go. And then today I did 15 at the start of my workout and 15 at the end.
Awesome. And did you find it a lot easier by the 150th from the first?
I found it... No. But I think because I was doing them in big blocks...
More unfit?
No. It's because I was doing them in big blocks. The 15 was like easier.
Right.
But doing like 30 in a row.
You did the 50, didn't you?
The 60, yes, that was really tough. I had to stop after every 20, basically. But yeah, I think I was fitter for it. I definitely got better at doing burpees. And then my other one was more compound lifts. So yeah, I've done my routine. I've added a compound lift at the beginning of each day. So that's going okay as well.
Okay, that's good. I'm in 2 minds about the challenges, right?
Right.
I don't know whether, because I do want to carry on doing these challenges, but I don't know whether to add or switch.
Okay. Yeah.
I was thinking if we add, we can just sort of add it, and then obviously get to a point that we're like, right, we've got to switch at least one of them out or something.
Yeah.
But we have like 2 or 3 tasks.
No, I get what you mean.
Did you find it too easy, or did you think that was sort of a decent challenge for the time period you had?
I think it was a decent challenge, to be fair. I think the 150 was a decent challenge. Adding compounds to my workout is a little bit easier. I think that's more of like a lifestyle change.
Yeah, but it's good to have those things in place so you actually do them.
Yeah.
It's easy enough when we go, oh, it's easy enough to go do that, but it's actually doing it.
Yeah, no, you're right. So how did your ones go?
Right, so mine was, if I was correct, was to go on 4 runs.
Yep.
And then I had 2 games of football.
Yep.
And it was to get 2 points.
Yep.
And then what was the other one?
It's to play out a goal a bit more, I think.
To play out a goal for a half, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Playing out of goal for a half, I failed.
Okay.
I played both games, the whole games in goal.
Fair enough.
I was having it. They were close games and good games, and I'll get on to them now. So the first game, we were playing top of the league. We had pretty much our full squad back, so that was good. We lost 9-7.
Well, that's
and
close.
They usually, and every other team, they've sort of been scoring like 20, 15, 18. So yeah, we're the only team to concede less than 10.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, so we were a bit unlucky there, and then we played second yesterday, and we won 14-9.
Wow, that's pretty good.
But yeah, obviously, I didn't come out a goal because they were really close games, and it just made sense for us to stay there, for
Yeah,
me to
fair
stay
enough.
in goal and just have everyone in our strongest positions.
You were the anchor, the iron curtain at the back, letting nothing in.
Well, we and then also there was another because there's my old work that are in the league as well. For the last 3 weeks, we've been playing them and another team, so they keep postponing our game against them. And then I looked online, and then they've now said that we've played, and it was a 0-0.
Okay,
But
so they've backed out.
I've looked through the results and throughout the weeks, and each team has at least one 0-0 that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's just each team has a 0-0. But the annoying part is that was a team that we could have got 3 points against.
And you would have gotten revenge. You would have gotten your revenge on them.
Exactly. So we've got 4. So let's just say that does it as it stands. We've got 4 games left of the season. Ooh. There's 6 teams in the league. Top 2 go through. Now, first have sort of run away with it. They're on 16 points. We're in second with 8. Third have got 8. And then 4th and 5th are on 7. So it's all still very close. But we have got the best defence in the league, conceding 30 goals in 6 games.
Nice. And that's down to you. You're in goal.
Yeah. So it's quite good. I think we will, because there's a chance we could win the league, but I don't think we will. And we could get promoted. In a way, it obviously be nice to get promoted, but if we do become third, I reckon next season we'll win the division.
That's ambitious. Nice.
So yeah, but I will keep you posted on our next 2 games. That apparently one of them is going to be against a team that keeps getting postponed, but we'll see.
Good luck. That might work into my challenges.
And then wasn't it 4 runs?
Yes, it was 4 runs. Yep. That was another challenge.
I went on 4 runs. I completed the 4th run today. I also sort of spiced it up a little bit, and I had like of the last 2 runs, I had an hour workout before I went for the run, or about a 40-minute workout before I went for the run.
Nice.
So
kicking that metabolism into gear.
Yeah. And then there was the eating as well. I have been eating more. I still do need to eat more than I have been, but like the stuff I have been eating, stuff like beans, mashed potato, tuna.
Calorie dense stuff. Nice. That can be like a rolling one, just in general.
Yeah. I think that's all my challenges. So I've only really failed 1, but considering the circumstances, like it sort of made sense.
I haven't really been pushing drift, which is one of mine as well.
I still haven't seen you post anything about it.
Yeah, I know. I spent a lot of last week editing the YouTube video. Check it out at brosBTalking on YouTube.
Ooh, bit random knowledge. Bit random thing. I tried to look up the Lads Lounge that was going to be the name that we were going to use.
Yeah.
And I think they've disappeared, and it's now a guy reviewing like food, I think.
What?
Yeah, crazy.
That's huge drama.
I know. But maybe after the pod, me and you will try and find them, see how they're doing.
I'll put it in the YouTube video of this one. I'll give them free promo if we find them.
I think he's got like 300 subscribers.
Oh, that's huge. What a legend. Yeah, we need to get on that train if he's still around. Maybe the name was cursed. Maybe we dodged a bullet.
Maybe. I was talking to one of my housemates earlier, and she was telling me about a film. I can't remember the name of it, but she said to me that if I was worried that birds were going to attack us, she was like, "Never ever watch this film. You will like never see birds the same again."
It wasn't Birdemic, was it?
It might be something about crows.
Something about crows.
Yeah, I don't think it's Birdemic.
Okay. Well, fair enough. Maybe we can watch it and review it. And
No, no. Talking about watching and reviewing stuff, have you finally watched the first episode?
I have. Yes, I have watched the first episode of House of Dragon.
Right. As it's fresh from your mind, what's your first thoughts of it? Because I know it is. There's a lot to take in.
So it's a bit slow. It's a lot slower than the first episode of Game of Thrones. There's a lot more, building up of story and stuff. It gets really good about the halfway mark when the queen starts giving birth and they do the tourney jousting. It's pretty cool then. And then it stays at that sort of rapid, fast fire tempo for the rest of the episode, which is really cool. I watched it with my girlfriend. She only knew it was called House of Dragon beforehand. She didn't even know it was related to Game of Thrones. She thought it would be more about dragons, and so was disappointed by the whole thing.
Oh, Alfred Hitchcock Birds.
Oh, that is meant to be a classic. If we can get a hold of that, I'll watch that.
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know. We might have to watch it together and watch us watching it.
I'll hold your hand. Yeah, we could react to it. I mean, you could cuddle on the sofa and go under a blanket.
Becky's just there, like, I'll just leave you guys. I'll leave you guys to it then.
So, did you watch House of Dragon episode 1 again?
Yeah and no.
Right.
Have I watched episode 1 twice? Yes. Did I watch it this week? No.
Okay. So
if I'm being honest, I did sort of I did forget, but I obviously remember. I do remember what's going on, but obviously that's why I was letting you talk, so I don't want to spoil anything for you.
Okay. So in a short summary, so I'm going to rate it as a medium episode, not the most exciting start to the series. You do get a fair amount of dragons, you do get a fair amount of nudity, you do get a fair amount of violence when they're fighting.
You gotta wait a couple of episodes to get into it. I'd say that's why, because there's so much that happens in the thing. Like this isn't spoiling it. Like I'm sure you know that there's time jumps.
Yeah.
And the time jumps are so sort of big that I reckon that the real sort of conversations, obviously we'll be going through it, and I will make sure 100% to watch it this time. But I reckon once we're caught up on the timeline, like once we've stopped the skipping so many years, then that's when we'll be able to talk more about the details of what's happening, because they do very cleverly like set everything up, but obviously they have to sort of give it time, but they didn't have enough episodes to do it, so obviously it's just easier to sort of go so many years later.
Yeah, fair. Becky ended up liking it, so
yes.
So she was like, I can't binge it, but I'll watch the next episode with you, so I'll be able to feedback Becky's reviews.
I was about to say that sounds like as long as she can bear to watch it sort of once a fortnight, and then more likely to look forward to it. And as it goes on, I think she'll want to watch it more and more.
Yeah.
Like the first episode is, even for me, like I love all that sort of world, is not a massive standout episode. Who is your favourite character so far?
See, I'm so lame. I like the king, although he did kind of betray his wife by choosing the son. So I'm just going to have to go with Matt Smith. His character's pretty cool.
Yeah, Damon.
He's pretty rogue. Damon, yeah. He's pretty cool. I'm sure he's going to get up to antics in the future.
Well, he's definitely involved in some scenes.
That's all you're going to tell me. He will reappear.
He makes he's in more than one episode. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. I do like Becky's idea, though, that it was a Game of Thrones-esque thing, but just with dragons as the main characters doing stuff.
what like what like talking as well to each other.
Yeah, doing all the intrigue and stuff. Just replace all the humans with dragons. That's what Becky thought, which is why she was disappointed at the beginning.
I didn't even know how she got to that point. Like,
all she knew is that it was called House of Dragons.
Fair, I guess. And has she watched the Game of Thrones?
No, she hasn't seen Game of Thrones. She didn't even realize this was related to Game of Thrones until after the episode where she was like, "So is this like Game of Thrones then?" And I was like, "Well, it's set before Game of Thrones." And she was like, "Oh right."
People are so odd though. I've heard so many people go, I'm like, "Do you like Game of Thrones?" They're like, "Yeah, man, not really." I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "You ever watched it?" They're like, "Nah." I'm like, "I'm gonna say it's not your thing."
Yeah.
And like, and I know what you're gonna say, like, "Oh well, maybe like they're really not into this type of film," but I'm talking about people that I know enjoy like fantasy, or they enjoy battles, or they enjoy intelligent dialogue.
Plots. Yeah. I get what you mean. I had that with Star Wars, and like one of my housemates when I was at uni was like, "Oh, Star Wars just isn't my thing. I don't like Star Wars." I watched the prequels with him, and he loved the prequels. He thought they were great. He was like, "I didn't realize they would be this good," and I was like, "These are the prequels."
Which ones were those? Because me, Reese would have had a very similar experience to you, because I've never been a massive fan of Star Wars, because I've watched them here and there, but not really ever in order. And like, the fact that there was two different ways to watch it, before I like looked into it, it confused me. I was there like, what do you mean there's two ways to watch it? I'm there like, I don't care when movies came out. I'm there like, surely just go in chronological.
You can do it in chronological.
Like, to me, but that is like, to me, in my head, that's the only sane way to do it. Just like, because it's chronological.
Yeah, the thing is,
like, I don't know how else to explain it other than like, it's literally in the name. It's like,
yeah, the thing is with Star Wars is that a lot of the plot points are set up from random comments people make in the original trilogy. So like the Clone Wars and stuff, they're like throwaway lines that are the whole plot points in the past ones, and they don't really cover them in the same way you'd expect, and it does sort of make sense when you look into it. But the original trilogy can be their own standalone film, so you don't need to watch the prequels, you don't need to watch the sequels. You could just watch them.
I find it really hard to watch Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, so that's the same as Becky and my housemate that hadn't seen it before. They preferred the prequels, and I imagine you do too.
Anakin.
Yeah, because they're the best.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I am a Star Wars nerd. I love Star Wars. I think the prequels
Anakin
are the
my
best.
favorite character in Star Wars.
I'm not surprised. I do
You
see a
know
bit
what?
of
And I've
Anakin in you.
argued with Reese. I'm there like, I understand where he's coming from. He's like, what about when he murdered all these kids? I was there like, that's never shown. I was there like, that's you guys jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
I was like, he just sent them on a holiday. He was like, go away, kids. There's going to be a war.
I'll never forget that Becky and my uni housemate, when we were watching episode 3, and they were like invested in it. And then when Anakin gets turned into Darth Vader, when they put the helmet on, Becky was just there like, "Oh my god, he's Darth Vader." And I was like, "Yes, he is," because I hadn't seen them before. I was like, the reveal, I know it's taken away from the "I'm your father" reveal, but the fact that both of them were there, like on the sofa, like, "What? He's Darth Vader?" Because they'd known like of Darth Vader.
See, that for me, that wasn't the thing that surprised me. The thing that surprised me, just before, right, spoiler alert, before I say this, right, if you haven't watched the prequels to Star Wars, then I don't know why you're listening to this, to be honest.
Yeah,
Go
I've
watch
already
them.
spoiled it.
No, it's all right. When Anakin is fighting Obi-Wan, just before the fight starts, I turned to Reese and I was there like, why is Obi-Wan even trying? I was there like, Obi-Wan, I swear down, I've seen him fight 7 times and lose 5. and Anakin has got a mad record, and he's like saved Obi-Wan's ass a fair few times.
Yeah.
And they're fighting, and they're like, yeah, Anakin's got it. Anakin's got it. And then obviously he's out, like, you know, Obi-Wan's out like, I've got the high ground now. And then I was there like, nah, Anakin's gonna fucking sort it. And then he gets fucked up, and I was like, whoa. I don't know how he didn't die.
He was just so angry, the Force kept him alive.
But he didn't bleed, really.
Well, you don't really bleed from lightsaber cuts because they cauterize you immediately. They like they burn your flesh closed. Like they scab up all your wounds as you get them.
Oh, so they're like, you know, you're gonna get fucked up by something. A lightsaber isn't the worst one. You'd rather that than like a knife.
Yeah. In certain scenarios, definitely. You know, it's a civilized weapon from a more elegant age or something. But yeah. So Anakin, but you got to remember, Anakin. It was 50-50. It was 50-50 if Anakin was going to beat Obi-Wan or not. Darth Sidious bet that Anakin would. Anakin had been fighting for like 3 days straight. He hadn't slept. He'd cleared out the Jedi Temple. He'd killed all the separatists on Mustafar. He'd been like fighting non-stop. He hadn't slept. He'd just been like going around killing everyone. So Obi-Wan had like
true.
sleep.
He didn't need, and he wasn't sleeping much before. Like, yeah, he wasn't at his like prime strength.
No, he would have been like powerful with the dark side, but he ultimately, the man had been awake for like 3 days. He'd killed like tens of Jedis. Like a lot of them were younglings, but he'd also killed a couple of Jedi Masters. He'd also killed loads of Jedi Knights at the temple. So you're talking to a guy that might have already suffered minor injuries, he had no sleep. You know, he'd been using his lightsaber all day. He'd been fighting droids and the guys in that on the lava planet Mustafar. So it was 50-50. Obi-Wan scraped it. And you got to remember as well that Anakin tried Obi-Wan's move that he used in the first film on Darth Maul. What did you think of Darth Maul?
I like Darth Maul. I'd love to see more of Darth Maul.
He does come back in the Star Wars: The Clone Wars series, animated series. He comes back.
Oh, see, I didn't count that.
I mean, it's being canonized by the Disney Plus series, live action series.
Yeah, but I don't know. What did Anakin say? What did Anakin say about it, Bob?
Anakin's pretty good in it, to be fair. You get a lot of Anakin content from it, and he is pretty cool. He's pretty cool in it.
Is he good or bad?
He's good because it's set between episodes 2 and 3, so he hasn't turned on anyone. You get to see him like save Obi-Wan. You get to see him kill people. There's some cool Anakin moments in it.
I might have to give it. What is it? A series or a film?
It's a series.
Oh, I'll give it a what? Is it on Disney Plus?
Yeah, it is on Disney Plus. Yeah.
All right, I'll give it a watch.
No, it is pretty cool. But yeah. So maybe that can be a next one. So we'll start House of Dragon, and me and you can watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars as well, and review episodes.
Yeah, mate, I'd be up for that. Well, should we say that? How long are the episodes?
I can't remember. Like 40 minutes long, I want to say.
Okay, sound. I'll do that.
Okay, I'll write it down. We'll discuss afterwards. Cool.
Because what I'll do is I'll watch them back to back. So I'll watch House of the Dragon, write notes as I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And because I've always wanted to do that, like, because I'm a massive fan of Watch Mojo, and I've always like wanted their jobs. So they're like, they must just like watch different series and have to point out different stuff that happens.
They probably have a team of people that do it.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. There'll be their like 10 top moments you didn't realize in House of the Dragon. And you have to watch House of the Dragon and try and find things that other people might not see.
It's interesting you brought up Top Mojo because I saw an interview for like one of the Spider-Man films.
Oh yeah.
Where they were getting interviewed by a lady.
Oh yeah, they were getting interviewed by Miss Mojo, and they like basically just sort of their voices went high a little bit like mine did.
Yeah, they reacted exactly how you'd react, I imagine, if it turned out you were talking to the lady that voiced the videos.
Yeah, no, she's awesome, and like to be fair, I do actually probably listen to Miss Mojo more than Watch Mojo. But do you know what I mean? They're all the same sort of thing.
Yeah. No.
It's
Cool.
just whichever video whichever title I want to listen to. I don't actually like look to see which Mojo it is.
No, fair enough. Watch Mojo. Welcome back to Watch Mojo.
Do you think they've like branded the Mojo?
Oh, definitely. At least the
Watch
logo.
Mojo.
Yeah, the Watch Mojo logo. And maybe the name.
That's a mouthful, isn't it? The Watch the Watch Mojo logo.
No, the Watch Mojo logo.
Oh, the Watch Mojo logo. Oh yeah. Yeah,
The Watch Mojo logo.
I can't be done for copyright because I just say things so wrong that it just wouldn't hold up. They're like, he did not say your company name.
Yeah,
I don't know what word he did say, but it wasn't your company name.
Yeah, you can't even prove that he meant to say your company name. He was so wrong.
He doesn't even know what he meant. So
he doesn't remember saying it. So how can you prove? No, that's quite funny.
Oh, something we didn't write it in the Google Doc, but we haven't mentioned it in a while. Is how is both of our FPLs going?
Oh, I'm still at the bottom.
Are you bottom now?
No, I'm just above Morgan, but I'm struggling. I'm losing a point every week to Morgan.
Oh, you lost. Yeah, I lost 12 to Elliot and 19 to Goldie.
Yeah, it's not good. Not
No,
good.
I forgot to do my transfers, didn't I? So I still had Salah and Trent in my team.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
Like they both weren't playing.
Yeah, that and you somehow got a better score than me.
Yeah, because my bench sort of came in clutch. Like most of my players got like sixes on average, and that's what I always say. Like you'll have a decent week if, on average, your players get six.
Why didn't I play
Obviously,
Rashford?
some can get higher, some get lower, but I don't sort of try and think of the one that's going to get the 30 points that weekend. I go, who's going to get me a guaranteed like 6, 5?
Talking of Watch Mojo, do you want to hear the top 6 animal news stories of the past few weeks?
Yeah, go for it, brother.
Had to count them then.
Animal news with Bobby.
Yo, so I'm gonna preface this with I was listening to another podcast and they did like a sort of animal news segment and they had 3 or 2 of the same stories as me. I didn't rip it off from them. There just isn't that much animal news. Okay, you got to cut me some slack.
Well, yeah, but think how many sport channels are covering the same game. You can only like cover what there is to cover.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right. Well, so the first animal news story of this week, there was a 6-legged puppy born. It looked like a sort of Springer Spaniel. It had 6 legs.
What
in
did
the
they
UK.
do?
They removed its back 2 legs after they received 15 grand's worth of donations to do it.
What? Why did they not like let him keep him?
I don't think they were proper legs. I don't think the creature could move him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 6 functioning legs, and I was there like, you let that guy go.
Looks like something from Avatar. Crawling around.
They would end up looking like spiders. Definitely like little sausage dogs.
Yeah,
Little
they would.
sausage dogs have 6 legs. Like that would that would look like a caterpillar.
It would.
Oh my god, that's actually kind of scary.
We need to add that into our dog police movie.
Oh, what the caterpillar? No, the caterpillar's the bad guy.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the first piece of animal news. There was an issue early on in this year, so this had actually already happened for before our last podcast, but 100 people searched for 16 hours just after New Year's for a dog that disappeared, only for the dog to wander back to its owner's house the next day after everyone had like given up searching. The dog was called Merlin, and he was another Springer Spaniel.
The Springer Spaniels are tearing up the news. I'm loving it.
It's funny, like the dog like ran off, I don't know if it was like spooked by New Year's celebrations or something, but 100 people turned up to look for the dog, and they looked for 16 hours straight. They were like cut up because they were wandering through underbrush and stuff. I think it was in the Lake District or Peak District or something. And then they sort of all went home, and then the next day the dog just wandered up the driveway, apparently, as usual, like he'd just been on a little adventure.
Are you happy or annoyed if you've been searching for 4 or 5 hours?
I think my relief would overcome my annoyance. What about you?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I would be annoyed, but I'd let it go, I think.
You'd let it go. You'd be like, all right.
I'll be like, you,
I'll let you off this time.
Merlin, you dang dog, I'll let you off. So the next animal story is that there was a seal somewhere in the UK that had plastic rings around its neck, and it was famous in this sort of local area. And it had these things around its neck for 6 years. It had like this tight plastic netting, plastic ring, sorry, from like a beer cans around its neck.
Yeah.
They finally caught it and freed it from it.
Oh.
The other week. So yeah.
Well, but the poor thing, when you're trying to save it, probably thinks, "Oh shit, they're like trying to get me."
Yeah.
I'm just about to escape your first attack, and we're like, "No, we're trying to save you."
Yeah. So I've seen videos of it where they're trying to save seals from like nets and plastic waste and stuff, and all the seals are like together, or sea lions, and then they have to like just sprint at them with a net and just try and grab him. Well, and obviously the seal's like panicking and fleeing to the water, and you've got to like try and catch him. So maybe that's why it took them 6 years to get him. Maybe he was just too fast. He was too good.
Have you watched Madagascar 3, where they're on the train with the circus and you got that seal?
Yes, I have, and the tiger that goes through the tiny holes.
Through the tiny hoop, yeah. How did he do it again? Wasn't it like spit or something?
Didn't he cover himself in oil? And then didn't he like die because he caught fire or something? Or did his dad die?
Or his assistant caught fire?
Something like that.
Just know that one of those accusations is probably near the truth.
Yeah, there's got to be fire involved. I don't know if wasn't he like the bad guy in the film? I can't remember.
No, he wasn't the bad guy. The woman who was riding the moped around and collecting all the animals in her house, she had like a lion's head, an elephant's head.
The French lady.
A poacher.
Wasn't she like French?
Yeah, she was French. She had like the red bushy hair, and yeah, she was pretty psycho, to be fair. She loved it.
No, I think she was from a different one, Toby. I think so.
No, I'm telling you now, right? She is in the third Madagascar, because the first one is the first one.
Yeah. And then there's Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa.
Yeah, and then the third one is the circus.
I thought it was like international or something, Madagascar International, where the lady was like chasing them through different countries.
Was it? Yeah, no, it's the third one that they do that, because they, at the beginning of the films, the penguins, the Smile and Wave boys,
legends,
they're trying to steal money at the casino.
Okay. The penguins have their own TV show.
Yeah, mate, I always used to love watching their Christmas special when I was younger.
Oh, I haven't seen
when they break into the old lady's house that loves attacking lions.
Oh, that lady, yeah.
Yeah, she's a legend. I don't even know her name, but like, you see her, you know her.
Don't even need to know her name. You just, see her, fear her. She's a beast.
Fear her.
Right, going international, but not related to lions or other zoo animals. South Korea has banned dog meat, the sale of dog meat.
That's good.
Yeah, so it was a traditional sort of meat.
Not good. It's taken this long.
No, well, it was like a normal thing. It's sort of like maybe how in the future people would look at us for eating lamb, you know?
No.
Well, lamb is literally the lamb.
Name 20 people that have pet lambs. I can name you 20,000 people that have dogs.
Yeah, I guess.
Not
But
personally. I don't know 20,000 people.
look, comment on the YouTube video if you have a dog or if you have a lamb.
Yeah, no, right. This is going to be in the poll, right? Do
Yeah.
you think that one day people will look at us eating lamb? Let's say, should we say 30-year time period?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. In 30 years, do you guys think that people will see us eating lamb the way that we see people eating dog today? My thing is no, not a chance.
To be fair, I think no as well. I thought you were going to say, do you have a pet lamb or dog?
Well, no, obviously. Lamb wins landslide.
who makes the better pet, lamb or dog?
Well, I guess the lamb, once it dies, you can eat it.
Yeah, you can't eat the dog in North Korea now. Or no, you can't sell the dog meat.
No, you mean in South Korea?
South Korea, yeah. North Korea,
Yeah, in
anything
North
goes.
Korea. Well, what's going to happen is they probably just sold loads of dog meat to North Korea.
They might have. They might have. They've got a 3-year grace period, so before the law comes into effect, because basically it's a big industry and it's kind of been in the works for a while. Because a lot more.
But the
gotta
sad
remember.
thing is, think how much will happen in those 3 years
Yeah, a lot of dogs will be
because
killed.
they know that it's going to be running out soon.
Yeah, that's such a joke, isn't it? Because the price
Well,
of
not
dog
that
meat is
funny.
going to go up.
God. You're meant to be our animal guy.
No. I was going to say they should have just immediately banned
I'm
it.
joking.
Well, the people have their livelihoods around it. It's tough, isn't it? Because dog meat is going to become more profitable leading up to the ban, and they're going to use that to argue against it. I don't know. They are appealing it in the courts because a lot of people farm dogs in North Korea, and they threatened to release some of the dog farmers threatened to release like 3 million dogs in the capital city, which I think would have been amazing. Imagine if someone just went to Cardiff and released 3 million dogs into the streets. It would be amazing.
Because unfortunately, they're like, if you did that in a city, they would probably end up getting shot.
Yeah, or become feral and like eat a child or something.
And if there's that many, like, I don't know how like confident I am going for a run.
Yeah, true. You don't mean
I'd be there like they're gonna think this is a game.
you just or that you just get like attacked by a pack of starving dogs. Yeah, you are right. That wouldn't be good. I mean, Becky would just be like leaving the front door open, just luring them all in.
That's not a good idea.
I know
She's
it would be
gonna go
disaster.
first.
Yeah. So well done, North Korea. No, South
No,
Korea.
South Korea. Bobby, stop shouting out North Korea.
Shout out North Korea.
Big up.
They can sponsor the podcast too. We'll become pro North
No,
Korea.
we're no.
If they sponsor us, 50 quid a week. That's all me and Toby are asking for, and we'll become pro North Korean.
No, we won't.
That's all we need,
Bobby,
Kim.
you just sold your soul for 50 quid.
Come on, Kim.
He's on about Kardashian. He loves the booty.
I thought you were going to say Gaddafi then. Another dictator who.
No.
So the
I
last
don't
piece of
even
dog
know
meat.
what that name could sound like.
Kardashian, Gaddafi, you know. So the last piece of dog news, which is,
You mean animal news?
well, it's the focus of animal news this week. I think all the stories except for the seal one includes a dog, and seals are really the dogs of the sea.
You know what? I actually fully get that.
Yeah. So
I fully feel that.
dog and seal.
They're like a Labrador.
Yeah. So are sea lions. Pretty cool. But a dog in America ate $4,000 that was put out on a counter in a house.
I read about this as well. Carry on.
Yeah, so the dog just climbed up and ate $4,000 worth of $100 bills just in the house of the owners, and I don't know why they laid out all their money within reach of the dog.
I think some of it was in 20s as well.
Wow, so he ate loads of notes. He went to town.
Do you have the number of how much they managed to retrieve?
I do. Yeah. So they managed to
retrieve.
Can I
guess?
Yes.
Because I don't. That's something I didn't remember. That's why I asked if you got it.
Yep.
What wasn't it? So it was 4,000 to start with.
Yep.
Didn't they recover 3,340?
That's really close. I would give it to you if you were
If you were my friend.
if I was your friend. No, if you were guessing without even seeing the number before. Try again. A bit higher.
1-3. What did I say?
340. Sorry, it's a bit higher than that.
1,342.
No. They recovered 3,550.
Oh, fucking hell!
Yeah, they nearly
Well, they
got.
still lost a lot of money, but
Well, they had to sift through its poo and recover all the little bits, and then if you could make half a bill with all the little bits, you'd get your money back from an American bank.
that must have been an awkward bank trip.
Yeah, and so they managed to recover at least 3,550 half bills that were accepted by the bank anyway, and yeah. So
Yeah, the guy's looking at him just like, really?
the guy commented that it was after like a couple of hours it was diminishing returns because the poo, it was more poo than dollar bills. So yeah, that's that, and that wraps up animal news. Dog edition.
I feel like we should have maybe ended on the seal. I'm just imagining like this dog. That's a lot to shit out.
It is. Poor dog. I wonder if they were like feeding him.
Well, yeah, they're feeding him money.
No, feeding him like the whole time. Because the guy said after a few hours, dogs don't poo that often. They poo like twice in 2 hours, max. They don't really go for poos all the time.
How many people do you think they accused of stealing the money before they found out it was in the dog's poo?
I feel like there must have been like carnage left over, so I don't think they accused anyone. But I could see maybe initially.
That's what I mean. Like they make it sound like it was just gone and then he's having a shit. Like surely there'd be like money rips everywhere.
Yeah, I think there must have been, and some of the notes would have been half-eaten, so they would have got that dollar back initially. They're probably playing it up a little bit.
Yeah. So what we saying? Cap or no cap?
I'm saying no cap. I reckon it ate a good chunk of the $4,000 and at least chewed all the notes.
But no, but what I'm saying is, do you think that they knew before it had a shit, or do you think they found out when it had a shit?
I think they knew before it had a shit. There had to be
carnage.
carnage.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They've got to have known before. If they didn't, then that is spooky.
Yeah, well, they're not really paying attention. If they didn't, they should be robbed. Excellent. And wait, do we want to quickly just do our challenges for next week? I've only got one for you.
Yeah, 100%. So what's mine?
30 sit-ups a night, if you can.
30 sit-ups a night. What about crunches? Because I got a wooden floor.
Crunches I will accept.
All right, crunches sound. Wait, 30 for the 30?
Yeah, a night.
Oh shit, a night.
Yeah, so just before bed, maybe.
Can we do it 30 a day?
Yeah, okay.
So if I want to do it in the morning, if I'm doing my workout in the morning or something.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I meant. That's kind of what I meant. If you want.
Yeah, that sounds. I will do that. I want you to carry on. So I'm going to do the 4 runs as well.
Yep.
I want you to carry on with the 150 burpees.
Okay.
And I want you to do 100 lunges.
100 lunges. Okay. Cool.
Sound.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much for listening, and drop us a like and a follow if you're new around here, and you get notified when we're next online. We're not usually online on a Tuesday. We're usually on a Wednesday. Every other Wednesday is our gaming pod, and every other Wednesday is our pod.
Cheers.